So let me share my screen as well. Let me know what you see on my screen.
Yeah, the PowerShell screen, I see.
PowerShell editor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to understand what is loops and in which scenario the loop is required and useful. So in a very basic term, the loop is doing the same action on different object. Okay, that is called as a loop. So I'm taking one example. Okay, we have to write a code. We will enter a number. Okay, and the script should tell whether this number is odd number or even number. Okay, so what is the definition of a odd even number? Raju, can you just give me the definition?
Odd numbers are like 1, 3, and evens
Okay.
are 2, 4, 6, 8, like that.
Mhm. But can you give me more technical or more mathematical definition?
Mm,
Pradeep, can you just try? Pradeep, you there?
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, odd is like 1, 3, 5, and even are like 1, 2, 4,
No,
6.
that is you are giving me the number, but how you come to know that this one is, sorry, three is the odd number, two is the even number? There must be some mathematical definition, correct? Okay, so if you divide any number by two, and if its remainder is zero, that is a even number, correct?
So
If
if we
you
do,
divide
yes.
a number by two, and if its remainder is zero, then even else odd. Remainder either can be 0 or 1, okay, when you divide by 2. So this is the mathematical definition. So if you divide number 4 by 2, you'll get 0 as a remainder, correct? So let me take one
Yes.
variable number, okay? I'm taking number as 8, okay? I can take from the user also, or I can hard code. So if number is divided by 2 is 0, then it's a even. So the sentence, the English sentence which I just used now, I have to convert into the script. If dollar number, okay, modulus, I want to check, I want to check for the remainder. So if you are checking for remainder, then you have to use modulus operator. 2 is equal to 0. Is it I'm doing correct? Okay. Then I will say it's a even number. Okay. Dollar number is an even number. Okay. Or else it's a odd number. So I will just copy paste and change the wording. this is an odd number. Correct? This is very simple script. You provide the number. If you divide by 2 and if you get the remainder as 0, then it's an even number or else it's an odd number. Let's try to run this. It says 8 is an even number. Correct? Let me give 9. 9 is an odd number. Okay. 90. Raju, what should be the output?
It's odd.
Odd or even?
Odd number.
How it can be odd?
2 fours, 8.
No,
Okay, yeah, it's
it's a 90, 90, not 9. Divide
yeah,
by
correct,
2.
correct. Yeah, it's
You'll
same. Yeah,
get
it
0.
yeah,
2 4 ja 8.
8.
9
Yeah, correct, correct.
minus 8
10.
1. 10. 2 5 are
Yes,
10. 10
yes,
minus
yes,
10
correct.
0. So remainder is 0. And that's why this number is even number. Okay. So suppose I have instead of this single number, okay, I have few more numbers like I have to find like suppose in classroom teacher have given these numbers and they have asked to find whether they odd or even. Okay, I have these numbers. Okay, what is the one simple way to implement this? I will create one more time. Just copy paste. Okay, Control V, change the number. So what is the second number?
15.
15. So I will do for 15. Correct. But if you see, this logic is same. I'm doing a duplication. Only number is changing. Correct. Now then again we have
Mm.
to repeat the same thing for next number, that is 34. Just change the number. Correct.
Can't we use array here like no
Yeah, that's why
scalar
I'm
number?
coming to array
Mhm.
also.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
So I'm actually explaining what is the loop.
Mhm.
So if you
Okay.
remember, we are doing the same action, same logic
Mhm.
on different number.
Yes.
This is called as a loop. Okay.
Okay.
This is looping. For example, if you are in classroom, teacher like ask for the attendance, correct?
Mm.
They will go with roll number 1 till whatever the number of students you have. So they are repeating, they're just calling the number. Okay. So they are trying, they are looping actually. They are looping till the end of the roll number. So
Mm.
in this loop, there is a start point and there is an end point. Correct? In a classroom, there may be, suppose there are 50 students. So the roll number start with 1 and the last roll number is 50. So there is always a start point and there is an end point. Okay, this is an important thing to note while working in a loop. Okay, somewhere that looping thing should end. Then if it is not ending, then it will become infinite. And in case of infinite, your computer will hang. Okay, so there is a initialization. I mean to say the initial value. Then there would be a condition also. Okay, there may be some students are absent in a classroom. Correct. So
Mm.
there are a lot of possible conditions. Okay. So this way the loop works. So I'm doing the repetition. Okay, for the same activity for different numbers. So this is called as a loop. Now let's try to implement this via loop. Okay, we have how many numbers? 6 numbers. So first of all, we have to store all those numbers in array. Okay, how to define array? Pradeep, do you remember the
Correct.
syntax?
Um,
I will say this as a numbers,
yeah, sorry, I forget.
ampersand, round bracket for the array.
Ah, yes, correct. Yes.
First number, then second number is 15, third number is 34, 100, 151, and 45. Okay. In array itself, the first number is placed at the 0th position. Okay. And the subsequent numbers are positioned at n+1, the next number. So if it is 0, then this is the first position. First position, we have a 15. Second position, we have a 34. Third, 100. Fourth, 151. And fifth at 45. Okay. So these are the position of those numbers in an array. Okay. So one activity we have already completed, like storing those multiple number in proper variable. How we can store? We can store in form of array. Here we can't use hash table because it's a plain numbers. Okay, in hash table we should have uh, name value kind of data. Okay, like name, my name, age, my age. Okay, so that kind of data, dictionary kind of data, if you have, then in that case you have to use hash table. Or sometimes you may be working on the Excel sheet. If you import the Excel sheet to PowerShell or CSV file, then you have a column, then it's value, correct? So there is a name value pair. Here it's just a series of number. Okay, now we have three kinds of loop we are going to study. First is for loop, then we have a while loop, and we have a do while loop. Okay. Let's first try to understand the syntax of for loop. For loop. Okay. So just focus on this. So we have to write for, and then we have a sorry, we have a round bracket. Okay. And then we have a statement block in curly bracket. Now in this for loop, you have to keep place two semicolon. Okay. So if you see, there are three spaces are created when you put the two semicolon. This is the first block, then this is second, and this is the third one. Okay, there are 3 points here. Okay, if I just give some space so you can understand. Okay, so the first actually says the initialization point. That means the starting point. Okay, the middle one is for the condition. Okay, and the last one is will tell you like uh, like by how much I should proceed. It's actually increment or decrement. Should I jump one step, or should I jump two step, or should I jump three or four step? Okay. So for example, if you have to print a table of two, So you have to jump 2 steps. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So gap between them is 2. Okay. So let me write, then you'll understand more clearly. Okay. In the starting, the first block, we have to create one variable, a pointer variable, which will point to the array position. So normally we take $I. You can take $ijk or small. I will say $I equal to 0. So when I say $I equal to 0, I'm saying I'm going to read the array from 0th position. You can start from other first position also, okay, based on the requirement. I have to read from the beginning. That's why I'm selecting the first position as 0. Okay. I have to jump this position by 1 plus $I plus plus. Okay. First, I have to process the number 90. Once it is done, I have to go to the next position, that is 0 plus 1. That is the first positions. Then only I can get the number 15. Correct, Pradeep? So, in this way, this last block will say how many steps you have to jump. Suppose if someone says that find the order even for the alternate numbers. Okay. For 90, then 34, then 151. So I have to jump by 2. So I will say $I equals to $I plus 2. Sorry, this is dollar. If I have to jump by 3, so this is the way we can define the increment or decrement. Okay, when we say plus plus, that means it's simple increment by 1. Okay, so $I represent the a variable which define the initial point, the starting point. Okay, so if children are taking part in the racing, so there is an initial point, correct? And there is a finish point. So this $I we will be using as the initial point, and it will be changing. Okay, it will be changing in subsequent loop. Okay. Now we will go to the statement block and we'll define the logic. Okay. Now I have to read the first number. Okay, in the array. So how I will read, Raju? Numbers, square bracket,
Uh,
and the first number should be 0. The second number
Zero.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. So actually I'm
Dollar.
using $I here.
Yes.
Okay. $I and the logic remains the same. Divide by 2 equal 0. Put them in if bracket. I will say right post this number, because this is array. I have to use the some pointer variable to get the exact number, is an even number. If there is a starting, then I have to close the bracket also. Then I have to put else. I missed something, that is if. I have to write if else. Control C, Control B is an odd number. I will delete this code. Okay. So $I is 0 for the first time, $I is 0. So it will go inside the loop. Okay. Then it will check dollar number of $I. $I is 0. dollar numbers in square bracket 0, that is 90. Okay, we'll get a 90 divided by 2 equal to 0. Yes, then it is the even number. Then it will increment by 1. Okay. Now there is a question, this middle block, we have to stop somewhere, or we have to define some condition, how many times it has to repeat itself. Okay. How many times it should repeat? If you see the array,
5.
5 times, correct?
Yes.
No, actually 6 times.
Yeah, 5 times because
6. But okay, 0. Okay.
No, no, position is
oh
starting
yeah,
with 0,
position is yes, correct, correct, correct.
but it's
Six
total
times.
6 times. Okay. So it
6
has to,
times.
we have to define if dollar I is less than equal to how 5, then only it has to uh, go inside the loop. Okay. Else it will stop there. Okay. Now let me explain this in a flow chart so you'll understand more clear. Let me open that website. What is the name? I always forget the name. Excelidra. Yeah. Let me keep this also side by side. Okay. I have array here. Sorry, my drawing is not good. So, okay. We have some numbers in array. This is 90. This is 15. This is 34. This is 100. Then sometimes it's don't work. Okay, we have this number. So we should have one pointer variable, a separate variable which will jump to all those positions. Okay, so I will just draw this. This is my pointer variable and its name is I. Okay, but let me just type here. This is I. Okay, so currently this I, if you just check this I is at which position? 0. So for the first loop, I is 0, correct? And this name is, this array name is numbers. So for I equal to 0, if you see on the left hand side, for I equal to 0, then condition $I less than equal to 5. Okay. So I is 0. Okay. Is it less than equal to 5? 0 less than equal to 5. Is it true or false? Anyone?
Not equal, it is less than 5.
No, I'm just asking for the condition. It is less than equal to 5. It is true, correct? 0 is less than 5. If it is true, then it will go inside the loop. Okay. So if it will go inside the loop, it will try to divide that number. So dollar numbers of 0, it is 90. 90. If you do the modulus division by 2, you'll get what? 0. If it is 0, then it's a even number. Getting this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, once it performed its action, it will go for the increment or decrement conditions. So it has to increment by one position. So the next time $I becomes 1. Now, oh, why it's shifting its position? Okay, no problem. I equal to 1. Now here, let me also write I plus plus. That means I becomes here. After I plus plus, it is actually 1. Okay. Now the I equal to 1. 1 less than equal to 5, true or false, Raju?
I is equal to 1.
True. Okay. Then
False.
what is
Is it?
the numbers of
Yeah, okay.
I? What is numbers of I? Now this
15.
position will shift here.
Yeah, 15.
Okay. So 15 divide by 2, it is equal to 0 or 1. Pradeep, it is 0 or 1?
It will be 1.
1. If it is 1, then it's an odd number. And again, it will perform I plus plus. I will become 2. So the next pointer, next loop, I will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 5.
Again,
Pradeep, it is true, correct? It
true.
is true. Now, if you divide, now we have to get the number. Now this $I become 2. So what is at the position 2?
34.
34.
34.
34. If you divide by 2, you'll get the remainder 0 or 1, Raju?
0.
0. If it is 0, then it is going to even number. Again, then it will perform the increment. I will become 3. Now I value is 3. 3 is less than equal to 5. True or false?
True.
True. Now, ith position is 3, so dollar numbers of 3, it is 100. I don't have any video or animation video to explain all those things, so I'm moving that manually. If you divide by 2, it becomes 0. So it's an even number. Then
Even.
again, it will perform I plus plus. Then it will I values become 4. I equal to 4. 4 less than equal to 5. It is true. What is the value of dollar numbers of I? It is 151. So if you
151.
see, it's going to all the values and repeating the same action. What? It is doing the
Even.
division and checking whether it's odd or even number.
It's not doing division, right? It's doing modus.
Yeah, in reality, it's doing the division and we are checking for the um, remainder.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So divide by 2, it is equal to 1. If it is 1, then what would be the
Yeah,
outcome?
no,
Odd.
it's odd.
Odd. It is going to become odd number. And then again, we are going to increment by 1. I plus plus means whatever I was there earlier, it will increment by 1. So what was the value earlier is 4. 4 plus 1, it will become 5. Okay. 5, sorry, I equal to 5. Okay. 5 less than or equal to 5, true or false?
True.
True. So numbers of 5, it is 45. Numbers of dollar I value is 5. So numbers of 5 is 45. If I divide 45, modulus division by 2, we'll get 1. So if 1, then even or odd?
Odd.
Odd.
Odd. And again, I will increment the value. So the value becomes 6. Now I equal to 6. Is 6 less than equal to 5?
False.
False. Now here it got false and it will come out of the loop. It will terminate there because this condition is the criteria to go inside the statement block. If it is true, then only it will execute this curly bracket statements, else it will not go inside. Understood this example? Raju, Pradeep?
Yes, Shishir, yeah, understood. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
understood.
So this is called as a looping. So instead of writing a same code for all the numbers, what we have done here, we have stored the number in array and we are using a loop uh, yeah, from the PowerShell. Okay. So the loop will define, we can define some starting variable. You can define any name. Okay. It is not just like you have to just define $I. You can define $J, $K, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, whatever, or you can give a full name also like dollar pointer. So you have to decide based on your logic or based on your requirement, you have to first define what is your starting point. Second, how much step I have to increment, like how much I need to jump. One step, two step, correct? Then what is the condition, okay, to enter the loop? And that condition will also define what is the termination point, okay? So this condition here, $I less than equal to 5, if it is true, then it will go inside the loop. It will execute, it will process that number. If it is false, it will exit or it will terminate or it may go to the next number. Okay, but here it's also saying the termination should be less than 5. So it will not run ahead. Okay, so let's try to run this code. So let's see what we got. There is some problem in the logic. 1 minute, let me check. Dollar numbers, $I, 1 minute. This is, I have to again keep in bracket. I will explain this problem. Let me check first whether it's working on. Okay, now it's correct. So In this scenario, if you see 90 is even, 15 odd, 34 even, 100 even, 151 odd, and 45 is an odd number. Okay. Now in here we have to keep them in bracket because we have dollar numbers, then this square bracket. So it's not able to like it displaying the dollar numbers, all the values, then again dollar I. So in such scenario, if it is giving some uh, misinterpreted numbers, then keep them in a dollar, then round bracket. So it will first get the value, okay, then it will execute. Normally it's doing printing all the numbers. Okay, so this is a loop we call for loop. So one more example we can take to print table of 2 or table of 3 or table of 5. Okay, so that can also we can do. Let me give you, and then I will ask you people to write some code. This is odd even. Let me. Okay, so what is the objective of this code? I need to print table of 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, like that. So here I don't need to store any information. Okay, like I don't need any array. Okay, so I will just say simply for $I equals to what? 2. I will start with 2. How much it has to jump? Anyone?
10.
Plus.
$I equal to $I. If I say plus plus, then it will print 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 2. I have to jump by 2.
Ah, yes, correct. Yes. Yeah.
Are you getting this point? 1 minute. Let me explain this. First of all, let me take this photo and share in the WhatsApp group. So if you know the mathematics, you know the programming. Okay, WhatsApp is loading. Okay, let me clear this. I have to print a table of 2. 2, 1 are 2, 2, 4, 2 are 4. So what is the gap between them? 2, correct? 6,
Yes.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. 20 is my last number. So that is a termination. Okay, that is my termination. What is my initial values? 2. What is my last value? That is a termination. So my pointer should be less than equal to 20. And it should jump by 2. $I equal to $I plus 2. If you are printing a table of 3, so my $I initial value is going to be 3. It should be less than 30, less than equal to 30. And $I equal to $I plus 3. If you say $I plus plus, it's only going to increment by 1. We also have a $I minus minus as well. If you want to print the reverse table, so your I will become start with 20. It should be greater than or equal to 2, and then you'll see $I equal to $I minus 2. Okay. Now let's try to convert this in code. Okay. This is my closing bracket. This is my statement. Statement block will be executed only when if the middle condition is true. Okay, I got the WhatsApp running, so let me paste the photo. Okay, what would be the condition? So here the loop has to stop somewhere. Okay, $I should be less than equal to 20. If it is more than 20, then we have to stop there. So the next number after 20 would be 22. So I don't want to print 22. Okay. So I just need to say right host. What I have to say? I have to print $I. That's it.
dollar.
I just need to print $I only, correct?
Mhm.
Even if I don't put in double quote, it's okay. So let's try to understand this with diagram also. Or is it easy to understand, Raju?
It is
Yeah,
understandable
okay.
easily.
So let me explain here in this code only. First of all, let's try to see if it's really printing or not. Yeah, it's printing. Let's try to understand how it's working. So the first time $I is 2. Okay. Now what is the condition? $I. What is $I? 2.
2
2
is less
less
than or
than
equal to
equal to.
20.
I'm using this symbol less than equal to. Yeah, this is a normal mathematics based notation. But in scripting, it is -le only. 2 less than equal to 20. Santosh, it is true or false?
Uh,
2 is less than equal to 20. It is true or false?
True.
True, correct. If it is true, then only it will go inside the statement and it will execute. What is the statement? Right host $I. So it will just print 2. And then once it is complete the execution, it will try to increase the value. So first, it will check these two things only, okay, to go inside the statement. Once the statement is executed, then it will increment by 2. So the $I is what? $I plus 2. What is $I is 2? 2 plus 2, it is 4. Okay, now for the next loop, $I is equal to what? Santosh? 4. Good. Is 4 less than equal to 20, Raju? True or false?
True.
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 If it is true, it will go inside the statement curly bracket and it will execute whatever is defined, whatever declared. What is declared? Right host $I. So it will say just print number 4 because $I holds 4. Now for it will increment the value $I. New value will become 4 plus 2.
Plus
It will become 6.
6.
I will not go again. I will just will go at the end. Okay, the last. So for the last, $I equal to what?
20.
18, correct?
It's a
Yeah. Uh, let's keep 18. Yeah, let's start the
Mhm.
second last. $I equal to 18. 18 is less than equal to 20. It's true. It will print 18 and it will define the new value of $I equal to 18 plus 2, that is 20. For the next loop, $I's new value is 20. 20 less than equal to 20. Santosh, it is true or false?
True.
True. So it will print 20. Now the dollar I new value will become 20 plus 2, that is 22. For the next loop, dollar I equals to 22. Now the condition is 22 less than equal to 20. It is true or false?
False.
It is false. So it will terminate there. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so just following this method, please write a code to display the table of 5, number 5.
Okay.
Okay. Once you are done, WhatsApp me the code. I'm giving you 5 minutes.
So you need to write the table 5, na?
Yeah, table of number 5.
Okay. You are done from my side.
Okay, just WhatsApp the code personally
Yes.
to me only. Hmm, good. It's very simple.
Yeah. What is I?
I is a
I.
variable. You can take any variable name. You can also
Okay.
take dollar $Santosh equal to 2. Dollar $Santosh less than equal to 20.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Variable name can be anything.
Okay.
Okay, so Raju, I think you have defined dollar 4 equal to 5. It should be dollar I, not dollar 4.
Sorry.
Okay, Raju.
Sorry. Sorry.
Is
Can you repeat? Like
Raju,
what
you
did you say?
you ping me the
Oh.
code, correct?
Yes.
Raju?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you have
Yes,
written
yes.
dollar
Can you hear
four.
me? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay, understood. Okay, okay.
Understood? No, no.
$1.
Rest other code is fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, 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 okay. But I've executed. Still, I got the output even $4.
Still got the output. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, fine. Pradeep, are you done?
Still not writing it. Needs
Done?
some time.
Or you are still working?
Still working. Still working.
Okay, fine. Okay, one more minute. Then we'll start the next loop.
So how we learn it? Like for this formula, we need to. Is there any way, or we need to learn it?
This is, you have to learn the syntax of this for loop.
Okay.
So the syntax is like for initialization, then your condition, then you have an increment or decrement. Okay. And then you have in curly bracket, you have statement.
Okay.
A statement to be executed if condition is true.
Okay. Got it.
Pradeep, yeah, I got the code from Pradeep as well. Yes, correct. Hmm. So Pradeep, you used plus equal to operator. Okay, that is also okay. So uh, you can use this $I equal to $I plus 2, or you can say $I plus equal to 2. This is also the same thing. Okay. So let's go to the next loop. And that next loop is a while loop. It is also very simple, not difficult. We have a while. While will have only condition. Okay. Here you have to put the condition here. Okay. And then you have a statement to be executed. Okay. Now this initialization should be outside of the to a while. Like before writing while, you have to initialize the values. Okay. Initialization would be here. And termination will be inside the, or I mean to say increment or decrement. Increment, decrement will be inside the statement. Okay, let's try to convert this to while loop. So initialization, $I equal to 2, correct? Oh, again, $I equals to 2. Condition, $I less than equal to 20. I have to print the number, right? Post $I. And after printing, I will say $I plus equals to 2. My code is done. Let's try to run this. Run selection. It's giving me the same value. Two, four, eight, 6, 8. Correct? The same thing. So how it execute? It is the same logic. I don't need to draw the diagram again. It will start with 2. It will check. Okay, now it will go to the loop, while loop. $y. So what is the meaning? Meaning of while. Repeat this while $I is less than equal to 20. So 2 less than equal to 20 true, it will print 2 and it will do the $I equal to $I plus 2. It will become 4. Again, it will loop. It will keep on doing executing the statement until the condition is false. So the next time $I is 4, 4 less than equal to, it will go inside the loop because the condition is true and it will perform the print and increment. So once it is reached 18, 18 is less than equal to 20, true, it will print 18. 18 plus equal to 20, sorry, 18 plus equal to 2 equal to 20. Next, for the next loop, 20 less than equal to 20, true, it is going to print 20. Then it will again increment the value of $I by 2, that will become 22. So now just focus on line number 15. 22 less than equal to 20. True or false? It is false. So it will come out of the loop and it will print the next statement, whatever you have written after that. It is very much similar. The only thing is the position of the all those parameters. Any doubt in this?
Shishir, $I plus C is equal to 2. Like, for example, $I is 2. Plus means is it adding 2?
Yeah,
It is
and
adding the
storing
2 or
back
it
to
is just
the
1, like 2 plus 1, 3.
no. This is very much similar. This is equal to one minute. $I equal to $I plus 2. So what is $I is 2? 2 plus
2
2, 4. 4 will
plus
be
2
stored in again
plus
$I.
is equal to 2. Okay. It is not
Okay.
adding 2 plus 1 like 3. No, it's
No,
not like that,
because we
right?
are starting with 2, na?
Okay, okay,
We are not having 1. So if it is starting with 2, 2 plus 2, 4. It is not 3.
okay.
Okay. Any doubt in while loop? Any doubt? Anyone? No questions. Okay. Now we have a last loop. It is also very simple. It has a one benefit we will let you know. That is called do while. So what it will say, you perform this activity first and then you check the condition. Okay. So I will initialize. The initialization will be obviously before the loop. I will do this first once, at least once. Okay. And then I will check the condition. So what is the difference between while and do while? Any guess? Any guess between while and do while? Anyone?
Yeah, in the while statement, it will first check the condition and then write the result.
Yeah.
Here, it go with the result and then go to the condition.
Hmm,
And if the condition is false, then it will terminate.
correct. So what happens in do while is that it will execute at least once. Okay, because you are doing this action first, then you are checking the condition whether I'm true or false. In earlier loops, it is first checking whether condition is true, then only it's going inside the statement. Okay, but in case of do while loop, it is at least running once. Suppose if you perform the action and later you realize it's a false, then it will at least execute only once. Okay, so in case of do while loop, there is a one benefit is that at least the loop will execute once. There may be some scenario where you want to execute something at least once and then decide. Okay, you want to try something first and then decide like that. But in other loops, before you can't try, you have to become true, then only you can test and try. Okay, so this is the thing. So for example, if you want to check for the SSM agent status, okay, so you can check the status first and then look for the condition. Okay, like if you want to repair the agent, okay, so you can check the condition if there may be a case that agent is already healthy. Correct. So you can check that initially, and then you can perform different action based on the condition. So will also give you the same result. The only difference is that the structure or the writing syntax is different. Okay. Any doubt in this? I will give some homework on the loops. Let me give you let me paste the syntax of all three loops in WhatsApp. This is for the for loop. Then, then we have while loop, and then we have do while loop. Okay. For loop and while loop, they are almost same. Okay. There is one more loop in PowerShell. I will explain to you once we try to understand the pipeline. Okay. During that time, I will explain. But for right now, I think these three loops are enough for you. Okay. So for homework, anyone can think of any homework examples? Any idea if coming in your mind? Anyone? Okay, so in this loop also, in statement block, you can write another loop, write another if else condition. Okay, you can have loop inside loop. Okay, all those things are possible. There is one more important thing we need to understand. Suppose if you want to break this loop at a certain condition, so you can use the break statement. We have a break statement. It will break the loop. Okay. I'm not able to get any proper example this time, but you can break this statement. Like, for example, if $I equal to, let's suppose 18, then it will break the loop. Okay, break the loop like that. Here it can break the loop. The moment it will get 18, it will break the loop. So it will only print 2 to 18. So I'm not getting a good example to explain this break actually. Not coming in my mind right now. Anything in mathematics we can try to, we tried the odd even number, table of two. Okay, apart from break, we also have a continue. We have one more keyword that is continue. Okay, I think I'm not able to think of any example right now. I will think and I will give you the homework. Uh, okay, so let me explain that break and continue. Hmm. So this is a break example. I already explained if the number is 18, then it will break. So if you run this, it will print till 18 only. So what is a break? It is completely come out of the loop. We have continue also. Now what is the continue? So it will skip that. Okay, it will skip that iteration. It will continue with the loop. So for example, if my if the $I is 4, okay, then let's see what happens. It will continue. It will skip that iteration. So if you want to skip something at some step, you can do that. So 1 minute did not perform the skip. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. If $I equal, no, actually it's printing. So that's why you're not able to get that. If it is 4, then continue, else you print. Now I'll come to know the difference. 2, 6. After 2, it is directly printing 6. So if the $I equal to 4, it will continue. What is the meaning of continue? Okay, it will skip that. Okay, it will skip the statement execution and it will continue with the next iteration, next looping. Okay, or I don't need the else condition also because anyway it's going to skip. In order to give the else. Okay. So the first time our $I is 2, 2 less than equal to 4, no, then it will print. Okay. So 2 is printed. Now I becomes 4, 4 equal to 4, it is true. So the moment it is found it's continue, it will not execute the rest of the statement. It will directly jump to the next iteration. So that's why if you see after 2, it is not printed number 4. So that is the difference between continue and break. Break is going to break the entire loop. It will not continue. It will not skip like that. Okay. So that is the purpose of break and continue. Any doubt in this for loop, while loop, do while loop, break and continue keyword? Okay, I
No,
got
Shishir.
no. Okay, I have one homework example. Okay, so print numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, 1 to 100. But there is a condition. If number is divided by 11, don't print those numbers. So what you have to do? You have to print numbers between 1 to 100, but skip those numbers which are getting divided by 11. Okay, so this should be your homework. Getting this example homework?
If the number is divided by 11, it should
You should not
Shri,
print.
can you
You
repeat?
should
Like
skip.
if the number is divided by 11, skip.
You have
Okay.
to print
Complete
the
the
numbers.
process, right? The printing the numbers.
Yeah, between 1 to
Okay.
100, but skip
Okay.
those numbers which are divided by 11.
Okay.
Understood? Everyone understood? Okay, I'm giving the homework in the group. So anyone have any doubt in understanding this homework example?
How will you like write divided by 11?
Sorry?
11, 22, 33,
Yeah, something like
44.
that. So you have to skip that. Okay. Okay, so this is about loops. Uh, we had a for loop, we have a while loop, do while loop. Okay. We have one more loop that is for each loop. It is very much similar to for loop, but that is applicable to only object in PowerShell. So once we start working on the objects, then we will understand that loop. Okay. So let's go to the next topic. Probably we'll continue 10 more minutes. I think Pradeep have also need to go for bed. Okay. So
I'm in half sleep.
sorry,
I'm in half sleep. Time is now around 11,
around 11.
11
Okay.
p.m.
Okay. So let's, yeah, I think we already had this looping for loop for each. Okay. For each also there. I will explain that object while do while loop. Okay. One minute, one minute. Huh? Okay. So I think we already complete this training day 3. Okay. I will share this PowerShell script also. This assignment operator. Okay. Minus, minus, plus, plus, then loops and double quote, switch, if else. So that will help you to understand. So let's go to training day 4. And this training day 4 is very important. Uh, okay, this is actually file system and file creation. Okay, so there may be scenarios where you want to create a file or you want to create a directory. Okay, you want to create folders, you want to hide any folder or rename, delete, if you want to perform all those operations. Okay, so for that, we will go with the uh, this training day 4. Okay, there are few. Uh, I think this file and folder management, you people already know, like how to create a file, how to create a folder, how to delete, how to rename. Okay, I mean to say the manually, not via PowerShell. Okay, how you create an Excel sheet, how you create a text file, all those things. Okay. But before that, I think I also need to explain about the pipeline, and pipeline I can only explain the next session because that is pretty complex one. Here we are using this pipeline. That's why I have to explain the pipeline also. Okay. So I will explain the pipeline and then we will end this session today and we'll continue with this file and folder management. This is actually file system and folder management, not this system only. Okay, now let's try to understand what is pipeline. Okay, in PowerShell, we denote the pipeline character as this, a vertical line. If you see my console, the shell, this is called as a pipeline operator. Okay, till now we gone through many special characters. Okay, let me share my screen here. We gone through dot, we gone through at the rate, round bracket, sorry, curly bracket, then square bracket, then round bracket, comma. We also saw the semicolon today, the division, the modulus, the dollar, hash, ampersand is already done, star, minus, plus, 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 minus, minus. Okay. So these are useful in PowerShell. And there is one more is pipeline, this vertical line, not this slant line. Vertical line is called as a pipeline. Now, what is pipeline? So, if I just give the layman example of pipeline, uh, suppose there is a pizza shop, okay, pizza or bakery shop. So, if you go inside the like, if you monitor, or if you even if I explain a more simple example, a bakery shop or biscuit shop, a biscuit factory, not the shop. So first of all, the raw material is prepared, correct? You take the flour and you take the sugar and other ingredient and you mix that ingredient. So that is the first pipeline. Okay. Whatever mixture is prepared, it will be passed to the second pipeline. Okay, second pipeline where that dough prepared will be like it will go into some frame where it will convert that dough to biscuit like shape and it will apply the logo in the biscuit. Okay, so that is my second pipeline. Okay, so in first line pipeline, some workers are working on preparing a dough. In the second pipeline, the Some workers are working on the automated system to prepare a biscuit. Once the biscuit is prepared, it will go for the third pipeline. That is for the baking, for heating and baking. And now once the baking is done, the biscuit will be then packed in a packet of 10 to 15 biscuit in a packet, and they will be then at the final pipeline, it will be packaged in a box. So if you see here in this example, the biscuit factory example, the first pipeline output, okay, the first pipeline output, that is the prepared dough, is the input for the second pipeline. Are you getting this point? Pradeep, Raju, Santosh?
Yes,
No.
Shishir, yeah.
Okay, who said no?
Yeah, Santosh.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Better to say no. Okay. So
Yeah.
let me just explain this again with this. So in the first pipeline, I will just say as a P1, dough is prepared. Okay, I'm just writing dough. Now, the worker who are there in the pipeline one, they are preparing a dough. They are getting some raw material, which is an input for them, and they are preparing a dough. So the once the dough is prepared, dough is a output for P1, but it is a input for P2. So the next pipeline P2. So dough will move from pipeline 1 to pipeline 2. Okay. So here the dough will be converted into biscuit shape. Biscuit shape. Now for P2, the biscuit shape is a output, but for P3 it's a input. Getting this? How the flow is happening? So pipeline 3, where biscuits will be baked. Okay. Now this baked biscuit is the output for P3, but it's input for P4. Getting this factory example?
Yeah.
Okay, so biscuits will move to the pipeline 4 and it will be grouped. Okay, in a packet, I mean to say. So that packet of biscuit is the output for P4, but it is the input for P5. So whoever is at P5, okay, they will get all the biscuit packet and they will package it in bundle of multiple biscuit packets. Okay, a final packaging, or you can say box packaging, something like that. Getting this example? So for this factory, box packaging is a final output. So at dough pipeline, some worker are there. They are mixing the dough. Sorry, the raw material of flour, sugar, and some other materials. They're preparing a dough. So dough is output for P1. Okay. Uh, if I say O, this is O, but the same thing for P2 is I. Correct? For P2, uh, people who are working under P2 section of a factory, this dough is a input for them. It's a raw material for them. So they will take the dough. They will in some framework. They will put that dough, and it will convert into biscuit shape with the logo. So once that biscuit shape is prepared, it will move to the next section, that is pipeline 3. And in pipeline 3, people will take that biscuit and they will bake it. So this is called as a pipeline. People are working in a sequence. So in PowerShell also, you can pass the output, okay, of one commandlet or logic, and the second pipeline will take as an input, and they will process that input and they will create some other output. Okay, so in PowerShell also you can have multiple level of pipeline until it becomes to the final product. I hope this simple example is clear to everyone.
Yeah, right.
It's clear for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
got it.
so this is a concept of a pipeline. Okay, uh, I just explained the very basic one. Will explain you. So let me check if I can explain, and then we can end this. We already have this PowerShell opened. Okay. So if you remember, we have a get service, which is actually used to display the service information of a device. Okay. So I have a get hyphen service. I put a pipeline. Okay. So in this next pipe, so this get service, I got the output. Whatever output is there, it will be passed to the next pipeline. In the next pipeline, I will say, I want those services, okay, which are stopped, okay, which are stopped. I will put a pipeline. I will explain all these things. I'm just explaining this question mark and curly bracket. I will explain. So in second pipeline, I'm checking if the status, I think state equal stopped. I'm not sure if state is the column name or not. No, it's not the correct one, maybe. It is state or status. It is status. So if the status is stopped, I just need those information. It is status. Tell status. So if you see, I got all this stopped. Okay. For in first pipeline, I pulled out all the services. In second pipeline, someone is filtering the output. Like they are saying, I just want stopped services. And in the third pipeline, I will select only name. Okay. So these are the services which are stopped in my device. Okay. So this way the pipeline works. This is the P1, this is P2, and this is P3. I can have a number of pipeline until I select something. Okay. So this is how the pipeline works. So going ahead, I will use a lot of time the pipeline, and you will understand how this pipeline really works. I will also explain what is this for each question mark, all those things. So we will understand that from the next session. So in the next session, we will quickly cover that file folder management. So in that, we will cover how to create folder, how to hide folder, how to delete, rename, create files also. Okay, all those things we will understand. because in programming you may need to create some folder and files. Okay, so that we have to understand, and we will try to understand tomorrow, and we'll cover that topic. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
so that's for today. Any doubt here?
No.
No doubt, correct. Just work on the homework. Homework is very easy, I gave. So just check that. And before tomorrow's meeting, just give me the code on WhatsApp. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then we will stop here and we'll connect tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Bye.
Sachin. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah. Take care.